The phone slipped from my grip and struck the hardwood floor, the sound shattering the silence of the kitchen like a gunshot. Her message still rang in my head, each word cutting deep. I'm moving in with Derek. It's just easier this way. Easier. The word burned bitterly in my throat. I stood there frozen, staring at the fractured glow of the phone screen, her text glaring back at me. Outside, the wind screamed, rattling the windows of the home we had built together. Once a sanctuary, it now felt like a tomb. I collapsed into a chair, pressing my palms to my eyes until sparks of color flared behind them. My heart pounded in my chest, urging me to do something, anything. But all I could do was replay the last 2 years. Every whispered conversation, every laugh, every touch that had felt unbreakable. The signs had been there, hadn't they? The way Sarah's smile dimmed when Derek's name came up. The late-night messages, her excuses piling one after another. I'd told myself it was work stress, that she was just tired. I'd told myself anything but the truth. The air still carried the faint trace of her perfume, clinging like a ghost. I grabbed her favorite mug from the counter, the one with the chipped handle, and threw it against the wall. It shattered, fragments scattering across the floor just like us. I thought of the way she pulled away in recent months, the way her eyes had grown distant, her hand slipping from mine. I had ignored it, believing love was enough to hold us together. Fool! I paced barefoot across the floorboards, the house suffocatingly quiet without her voice, her music, her presence. Only the relentless wind outside and the ticking clock remained, marking time that had already abandoned me. Her last text still glared from my phone. We need to talk when I get home. I'm sorry, James. Sorry. The word carved deeper wounds in her betrayal. I couldn't wait for her return. I couldn't face her explanations. Not about Derek, the man she swore was her past. My stomach twisted. I called Mark, my realtor, my voice steady till my hands shook. Sell the house. Today. I don't care about the price. He hesitated, asked if I was certain. I wasn't, but I couldn't breathe in a place so saturated with her. Every wall echoed with lies. By noon, papers were signed. A young couple put in an offer before the day was over. I accepted. Reckless relief washed over me, as though burning a wound closed. She came home at dusk, her key scratching the lock. Boxes were half filled around me. She froze, eyes wide, scanning the chaos. James, what the hell is this? You're moving in with Derek. I said evenly, so I sold the house. Her mouth opened, closed again. For a moment, I wanted her to deny it, to say it was a mistake, but her silence was louder than words. James, don't. My voice cut sharp. My hands trembled in my pockets. Her eyes shimmered, but I couldn't tell if it was guilt or pity. She stepped forward, her voice breaking. I didn't mean for it to happen. Derek and we were just talking at first. Then what? I snapped. You realize you still loved him? That I wasn't enough. She flinched. It's not about you not being enough, she whispered. It's about me. I don't know who I am anymore. I thought I could build this life with you, but I'm lost. Her words cut not for their cruelty, but their honesty. I wanted her to be a villain, something I could hate, but she was just broken, drowning, and I couldn't fight that. When did it start? I asked hollowly. Her breath stuttered. 6 months ago. Chicago, the work conference. He was there, it wasn't planned. It just happened. Half a year. 6 months of lies. 6 months of smiles and kisses she didn't mean. I thought of the late nights, the excuses, the weekends apart. I had trusted her so blindly. Why didn't you tell me? My voice cracked despite my fury. I didn't want to hurt you, she whispered through tears. I thought I could fix it, but I couldn't. Derek offered me a way out, and I took it. A way out. The words hollowed me out completely. I wasn't her home. I was her prison. I shoved books into a box. My movements harsh. The house is sold. You've got a week to get your things. My voice sounded like it belonged to someone else. She didn't argue. She just cried, her sobs filling the space that once held our laughter. That night, I lay in the guest room, haunted by memories of her warmth, her smile. By morning, the ache inside me had grown into something unbearable. I packed the last of my belongings, leaving behind anything that carried her mark. A week later, the house stood empty. The sale was final. I lingered on the porch one last time, the key heavy in my palm. The autumn wind had quieted, the sharp bite of winter on its way. I thought of Sarah, unpacking her things in Derek's place, starting fresh. And me, I was starting over too, but not with hope, only with a scarred truth. Love can break you, and trust once shattered never heals the same. I dropped the key into the mailbox and walked away, the crunch of gravel beneath my boots the only sound that followed me into the silence of my new life.